Tiny marks make a massive difference. One missing comma can completely change what a sentence means. In this video, you'll learn how to fix the most common sentence structure issues you'll see on tests and in real life. We'll break down 3 big problems: parallelism, misplaced modifiers, and run-on sentences, so your meaning stays clear and your score stays high. You're watching ACT Prep with Quizlet. Quick lessons to help you feel more confident on test day. To see how all of this fits together, think of a sentence like a small machine. It works when its parts are consistent. It describes the right thing, and its ideas connect with proper punctuation. First, parallel structure. In lists and comparisons, each part should follow the same grammatical form. When the pattern matches, your meaning is easier to read and easier to score correctly. Consistency helps readers process your ideas without stumbling. In lists, you can choose one pattern and stick with it. You might write, "My goals are to train, to sleep, and to hydrate." Or you can write, "My goals are training, sleeping, and hydrating." Both work as long as every item matches. Parallelism also matters in comparisons. Instead of comparing novels to an author, compare novels to novels. For example, instead of saying, "I prefer the novels of Toni Morrison to Zora Neale Hurston," say, "I prefer Toni Morrison's novels to Zora Neale Hurston's novels." Now the comparison is clear. Next, misplaced modifiers. A modifier describes something, so it must sit next to the word it describes. Walking to the bus, the backpack slipped. Sounds like the backpack grew legs. Fix it by putting the modifier next to the right noun. Walking to the bus, I felt my backpack slip. Here's a quick contrast. Covered in frosting, the cake delighted the guests. Works because the cake is frosted. But covered in frosting, the baker served the cake, implies the baker is frosted. Place the modifier where it belongs to match the meaning you intend. So far, we have 2 rules. Keep list items and comparisons parallel, and park modifiers right next to the words they describe. Ready to lock in? Tap the link for a quick ACT practice on Quizlet. Then jump back in so you can keep learning without missing a beat. Finally, run-on sentences. A run-on happens when 2 complete thoughts, also called independent clauses, are joined without a proper stop. You can fix a run-on in 3 ways. Add a period, use a semicolon, or add a comma with a coordinating conjunction. These connectors are called fanboys for and, nor, but, or, yet, so. Watch what happens here in this sentence. I finished my lab report. It was already midnight. That's 2 complete thoughts. You can fix it with a period, a semicolon, or a comma plus a conjunction. Fix 1, period. I finished my lab report. It was already midnight. Fix 2, semicolon. I finished my lab report. It was already midnight. Fix 3, comma plus conjunction. I finished my lab report, and it was already midnight. One last warning, a comma splice. That's when 2 independent clauses are joined by only a comma. A comma by itself is not strong enough. Upgrade to a period, a semicolon, or add a conjunction to connect the ideas correctly. Here is a quick test day strategy. First, find the verbs and the subjects. Second, see whether you have 2 complete thoughts. Third, check for a proper connector between them. Fourth, check that modifiers sit next to what they describe. Fifth, scan any list or comparison to keep the pattern consistent. Try these quickly. Read the sentence, think for a beat, then check the correction. 1. The coach likes to plan, to drill, and to motivate. 2. Driving through the canyon, We spotted two hawks circling above us. 3. The concert ended. Everyone cheered. Notice how each fix follows the same rules you just learned. To recap, parallelism means keeping the same pattern in lists and comparisons. Misplaced modifiers must sit next to the words they describe. Run-ons are two sentences jammed together. Fix them with a period, a semicolon, or a comma plus a conjunction. Keep learning. Visit our ACT Study Hub for practice tests to get you ready for test day.